Lux your way with the Lux Cravings boxes from Taco Bell. There's the classic $5 box, the indulgent $7 box, and a whole new obsession in the $9 box, the Flamin' Hot Grilled Cheese Burrito. Try the Lux Cravings boxes of Taco Bell today.
The biggest contest we've ever seen.
Seriously, what's the guarantee?
They're still talking about it.
I think it's time to put the rumors to rest.
Showtime!
$30 million.
$30 million?
$30 million? $30 million?
That's $30 million guaranteed. 3 contests, multiple ways to win, no rate. Entry starting at $1,000. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere.
Check out the all-new Blue and Orange store at the Boise State Hall of Fame. The Blue and Orange store has your best game day gear. We're talking jerseys, hats, bumper stickers, car flags, more than 4,000 hats on the hat wall. If you want the best Boise State gear, make sure you check out the Blue and Orange store online at theblueandorangestore.com or the all-new Blue and Orange store down at the Boise State Allen Noble Hall of Fame.
Sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Refreshing and goes down smooth. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
How's your day going?
Going good. Thank you again.
When I want Boise State to win, I trust Coach Rice to lead the Broncos to victory.
And when I want the best painting and garage floor coating, I trust rowpaint.com to get that job done right.
Hey Bronco Nation, this is Lily Etter with Boise State Volleyball. On the court, it's all about setting up the perfect play. And right now, Lithia Ford of Boise is serving up the perfect deal during our June anniversary sale. In volleyball, every point counts, and this June, every deal counts too. At Lithia Ford's anniversary sale, we're setting you up with incredible inventory and competitive pricing on all your favorite Ford models. Come see us at Lithia Ford of Boise, where your purchase helps support Boise State athletics through their NIL partnerships and athletic sponsorships. Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
This is Bronco Nation News Live. The best interviews, the most informed opinions, the latest breaking news, all from the top Boise State insiders. Bronco Nation News Live is the only daily show that talks nothing but Boise State sports. And we do it with you. Give us your comments or questions in the ICCU YouTube chat. Or leave us a voicemail on the Signature Roofing voice inbox at speakpipe.com/BNN. BNN broadcasts come from the Sun Cruiser Studios. Sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, made with real iced tea and real vodka. It's refreshingly smooth and easy to drink. Crack open a Sun Cruiser and let the good times cruise. Bronco Nation News is presented by our title sponsor, Lithia Ford of Boise, and our major sponsors, Taco Bell, Idaho Central Credit Union, rowpaint.com, and the Blue and Orange store. At Lithia Ford of Boise, we're proud to stand with Boise State athletics. Through our NIL marketing partnerships, we're investing in the future of student athletes. Lithia Ford of Boise, here to get you there, wherever that may be. Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho. Broadcasting from the Sun Cruiser Studios, here's BJ Rains with another edition of Bronco Nation News Live.
Hey, what's going on, Bronco Nation? Happy Friday to you here, June 19th. Bronco Nation News, bronconationnews.com. We got Johnny ball game today. Johnny, you guys are off the show today, but you were nice enough to still do the show today. Obviously, June 19th, a very important day in this country's history, and You guys are KTIK took the day off. We have Maddux Madsen today, so we are doing a show, but obviously we understand the importance of that day, Johnny, and we're celebrating and honoring that here today.
Yeah, we take federal holidays off at KTIK, and this is absolutely one of them as well. And sure, what the heck? I got U.S. Open, I got World Cup soccer. It's probably my schedule on my day off. Take care of a few things around the house, setting up this new studio, kind of where I'm broadcasting from right now. Hopefully, I'm coming in okay. BJ, first broadcast in the new setup here, so hopefully everything's going smoothly there. But excited to hop on with you because the topic today, it's one of my favorite topics in Boise sports talk right now, and I'm looking forward to kind of getting that conversation. It's almost like, BJ, here we go again.
Oh, yeah.
Another year with this conversation pounded every which way but loose. And I guess we could say we kind of kicked that conversation off this year, kind of today.
Yeah, and we hear you fine, Johnny, but you might be coming through the computer audio still. I'm not sure if you're coming as crystal clear through your microphone, but we do hear you fine if you can't make it any better. But okay. I'm not sure you're perfectly locked in there. Somebody said, Robbie says, I like the shirt. That's sweet. Johnny, I do have the
it is
here.
Yeah, it is, man. I love that
USA shirt. You mentioned the U.S. Open, obviously the big USA golf. Or USA soccer match today at 1:00. But Johnny, I think the most important piece of attire I'm wearing here is the SON Management hat. SON Management, the Nicolason family donating $1 million yesterday. Another $1 million. They'd already given $1 million in 2022, I believe. So I know you're not surprised. The Nicolason family, SON Management Group, the local Treasure Valley Taco Bell locations, big sponsor of ours here at BNN. Big sponsor of yours at KTIK, and they donated $1 million yesterday to Boise State.
You're welcome, Bronco Nation. I mean, the Taco Bell campaign that John Mallory and the Nicolason family, the vision we had to take Taco Bell to a level that has never been digested, I'll say, in this town with that restaurant chain. We had goals. We've achieved those goals, BJ. And let me just say, yeah, it's worked. These Taco Bell commercials, business is good for the Nicolason family. And, I take great pride in that and my work. And nice to see these
the only reason Bronco Nation that they
all
donated
kidding
$1
aside
was because of Johnny's endorsements for Taco
all
Bell.
Kidding aside, yeah, it's just like I said this to Prater yesterday too. Like, This is Team Dickey, right? Like, this stuff didn't used to happen, and now you have families like the Nicolason and so many others that we could mention that are really saying, we get this era, and we now, like, it's more important than ever now. And if Boise, a city like Boise, this area, as big as it is, man, they should have competitive sports that matter. They shouldn't have, no disrespect, like a Big Sky kind of feel where it's just regional. It's just our little pocket. Nobody outside cares. We're not shooting for the moon here. We're not competing in a national level. We're just trying to win our region and just be a nice little Big Sky program. Like, this area, in my opinion, deserves bigger than that. And the way college sports are going, it's shrinking this area, and this area shouldn't be shrunk right now because it's doing the exact opposite. But when it comes to sports, it's like, well, your Boise State, your football team and your basketball team, yeah, good luck competing in this landscape, even though it's like you should be able to, considering all the other factors that this program has. Another example, $1 million donation here and there. Like, it's just it's too bad, operating as a power program in a G6 world. And I think this fan base and these people deserve better. They deserve something bigger. And hopefully this can just be another one of those examples, BJ, where Boise State can still matter in today's world of college athletics.
Yeah, but with that said, shout out SON Management Group, Stan, Steven Nicolason, the Nicolason family. They are very special people. As you know, Johnny, you've gotten to know them pretty well. They always would say hi to us at the basketball games when they walk by, and just great people. And like I said, sponsor of yours, sponsor of ours, and not surprised when I got the press release. So wearing the hat today. Shout out to the Nicolason family, the SON Management Group. Way to go with the $1 million donation. And guys, I said it on Twitter last night, but go get out to Taco Bell this weekend. Hopefully you went last night, but thank them for their $1 million donation and get out to Taco Bell at some point this weekend or multiple times this weekend and have some Taco Bell and return the favor to the Nicolason family for their donation there. A lot of comments on the soccer, Johnny. Yeah, that is a big game today. Actually, the two biggest games are coming up here in 50 minutes, and then at noon, both my kids have games today. So, Johnny, I've already been throwing BP this morning. I already got them in the cage hitting this morning.
What time did you get up?
They're ready to go.
Get up?
Huh?
What time you wake up this morning?
About 6:30. About 6:30.
I was about 7.
Yeah. Got everything ready with the show. Got all that, and Johnny, it started again. By the way, I reluctantly told my wife last night. I created the file. I started the prep work. Lindy's Magazine, and we're back. We're officially back. The summer project of Lindy's Magazine. So we got that going on now. But yeah, both my kids have games this morning.
What conferences did they give you this year?
I've got the Mountain West. I've got the Big 12. And then I've got the 5 teams that were in the Mountain West that went to the Pac-12. But I don't have the overview of the Pac-12. I'm not doing Gonzaga and a couple of the newer teams. But
gotcha. No, that's cool though. Big 12's a great basketball league. You get that annual conversation with Bill Self. You do.
Yep. Usually he's in a IHOP or something in Georgia recruiting, and he's ordering his food in the background, and then talks to me for 15 minutes or whatever. But yes, always enjoy chatting with Bill Self, all of the coaches, and there's
Phil Steele.
You got it, Phil Steele.
Yeah, mine showed up yesterday. I will say,
you're a national radio host now, so you probably get the advanced copies of all that.
No, man, I just ordered this. I just ordered this one. Lindy's, they hooked me up. But I'll say this. I bought the ESPN one. ESPN has like a Lindy's, like an Athlon. ESPN has one. So I buy it. I look for the teams that got the write-up on every team. You get to the group of 6, and there's a write-up on every conference. It's 4 pages. This ESPN college football magazine treats the G6 like Athlon used to treat the 1AA. It's that bad. I looked at it, I was like, dang, they're relegating them to this. Like, they're not even doing a write-up for the teams anymore. It's just a quick summary of the whole league where they spend like a sentence on every team. It sucks, man. Hopefully Lindy's doesn't do that. And I would imagine they don't.
No, they don't do that. Even the smaller schools still get a half a page here for basketball.
Yeah. Come on, man. Yeah, the ESPN one was embarrassing.
This may be a few minutes shorter show, by the way, because both my kids do have games, and I got to get up to Settlers Park by 10 here, Johnny.
So going, dude.
Let's get to the Maddux Madsen talk here, and we can talk about Lindy's Magazine later. Maddux Madsen, the number 1 player, Johnny, the 26 most important players on the Boise State football team. We've weaved our way through the offensive linemen, through the kickers, through the punter, through some receivers, linebackers. We've worked our way into the top 5. We had Sire Gaines at number 5, Bowen Phelps at number 4, Jaden Virgin Morgan at number 3. Yesterday, Mike Prater and I discussed Dylan Riley at number 2, and BNN, our group of writers, our aggregate voting, coming together, the number 1 most important player to the success or lack thereof of the Boise State football team in 2026 is the quarterback, Maddux Madsen. We're going to dive into that discussion here momentarily, but do want to thank Lithia Ford of Boise, our title sponsor. Jim Sturk, appreciate him. Jamie Drake, the whole crew out there. You looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle? They got that anniversary sale going on this weekend. Perfect time to get out there and purchase that new or pre-owned Ford vehicle. Get out to Lithia Ford of Boise this weekend. Also a perfect time to drink some Sun Cruisers. Got some at the grocery store yesterday for the soccer this afternoon, if you're going golfing this weekend, if you're barbecuing. Sun Cruiser, folks, they got the lemonade vodkas. They got the tea vodkas. The strawberry lemonade might be my favorite flavor out there right now. So check out Sun Cruiser. We appreciate them for their support of BNN. Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. There's a branch pretty much on every corner, but the easiest, that mobile e-branch online banking right there in your smartphone. Idaho Central Credit Union. Check them out online, ICCU.com. Also, a great weekend weather-wise to head out to Roaring Springs Water Park. And we can save you up to $32 from our friends at Jackson's or Extra Mile by Jackson's. Just buy 2 Coca-Cola products, Jackson's or Extra Mile by Jackson's. Buy 2 Coca-Cola products, and you can get a voucher for $8 off, and you can use that up to 4 times from our friends at Jackson's. All right, Johnny Maddux Madsen, number 1. Your initial thoughts? I mean, was this a slam dunk? He's the most important player because if he's healthy and productive and has the best year of his career, this team might have a chance at the playoff. If he gets hurt or if he struggles like he did at times last year and with the interceptions and things. And I mean, I know, as you said, he's a polarizing figure. You either love him or you hate him pretty much in this town. Would there have been any argument for a Dylan Riley or somebody else ahead of him? Or and again, we're not saying the best player on the team. We're saying the most important, and it's typically the quarterback. And I feel like in this case it is. He was our clear number 1. Is that where he should be?
I mean, I could almost say, well, if he is your most important player, maybe you're in trouble. You want Dylan Riley to be your most important player because that means everything is moving off of Dylan Riley, or he's the focal point, similar to the dude a couple years ago where Madsen was able to flourish. Madsen was able to flourish, I think, when he knew the answers to the test. And he knew the answers to the test when Deuce was back there with them because defenses had to play a particular way. And he knew the secret sauce, brother. But God, he's polarizing, right? And this is one of those movies you're walking into. You don't know if it's going to end well or horrific. You don't know if you're going to cry or if you're going to laugh or if you're going to be happy, if you're going to be sad or if you're going to be mad. And Mad Dog got all those emotions off of people. And there's no bigger what if game. I hate the what if game, but what if he doesn't get hurt in Fresno? Boise State lost a game where the Fresno State offense couldn't get 80 yards of offense, right? And they got kind of smoked in that game. Weirdest loss I think I remember on the Blue. But I don't think they lose that game, even if you have a healthy Maddux Madsen. For all he is, I still think you win that Fresno game. The what if on the stupid Cam Bates drop. And I hate that we always bring that up.
Yeah.
Because it's not really fair to Bates. But it was a huge moment in the year, dude.
And it was a perfect throw from Madsen.
It was there. And I hate bringing that up because Bates is the coolest dude ever. And I don't want to put that crap on him. But damn it, that play happened. And I made the mistake last year, and I said that all summer, you're going to get a much better version of Maddux Madsen than you had the previous year because he's just going to be better in all aspects of life and quarterbacking. And was he last year? I don't think so. And on paper, just career, you can say on paper it's good. He completes 60% of his passes. Only 2.2 attempts out of every 100 get intercepted. He has a 2.2 interception percentage. That is superior. He's thrown 50 teeters to only 18 picks. That is very efficient, BJ. But you watch it and you say, well, how far can this guy take us? Yeah, I guess he's the most important player on the team. I'll buy that because he has to grow. He has to be better. And I don't know if there's ever going to be a time that this fan base can say, Maddux Madsen won a game for us. We won that game because we had him. And I don't think they've been there yet. And this will be the last year of it. I don't know what Mad Dog we're going to get. I really don't. I'm not going to stand on a soapbox this year and say he's going to be this or he's going to be that. I'm just going to say, dude, I don't know. I'm really curious to find out, though. I don't love his receivers. There's no experience there. His tight ends I kind of like, but I don't love. Yeah, I like his backs. I think I like his offensive line. So we'll see. I think I like Zach Hill. I think I like Nate Potter year 2 being better than year 1. Damn, dude. There's just a lot of factors here. The fact that we're going to all pin it on Mad Dog is probably unfair, but that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, no doubt. And like I said, I don't think anybody's mind can be changed at this point on Maddux Madsen, Johnny. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like people have seen enough. The data points are there. You either like him or you don't like him. I just don't think at this point somebody can be have their mind or opinion change. And obviously in the ICCU YouTube chat, there's all kinds of comments we'll get to here. ICCU.com. Check them out. Make the switch today. I don't see anybody's mind changing at this point. And Johnny, you look at some of the numbers. Nathan Carroll's got the article up at BNN right now. In the 7 games he played in and they won. Okay, there's 7 wins when he started. He completed 61% of his passes, 1,847 yards, 17 teeters, only 3 interceptions in the 7 wins that he started and played. 17 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions, and in 4 of the 7 games, he had a PFF grade above 80, which is considered an excellent single game performance. So he had 4, quote unquote, excellent per PFF grade performances last season, but the bad was also undeniable, as Nathan Carroll put it. In the 3 losses where he saw significant playing time, we can't count the Fresno game, USF, Notre Dame, and Washington, he completed only 53% of his passes, less than 230 yards per game. His yards per attempt was half as the wins, only 4.7 as opposed to over 9. Only 1 passing touchdown and 6 interceptions, Johnny, 2 fumbles as well.
No.
So when he's good, he's really good. But in the games they lost and he struggled, he was really, really bad. Again, Notre Dame, USF, Washington, the 3 quote-unquote biggest games of the season outside of the Mountain West Championship game, I guess. 1 passing touchdown, that's it, and 6 interceptions.
That's really bad.
And I feel like a lot of people
he's never beat a power opponent, BJ. He's never beat a power opponent.
When they play Oregon in the season opener, I mean, don't you just expect? I mean, we haven't seen anything to think those numbers would improve.
I expect a very rough game. I put the tape on the last Oregon game a few weeks ago, just bored, and I just watched the second half, and he couldn't complete a pass. Like, it was really bad in the second half, and Dirk tried everything to get him comfortable throwing the ball. Real quick stuff, basic 2 looks. If that's not there, then you're going here. Divide the field for him, and he still really struggled. BJ, look, I'll give this fan base one thing. This town knows good quarterback play. They've seen it. And they've seen it on multiple eras, in multiple conferences, in multiple divisions. They know what good quarterback play looks like. And, they know what stats are too. And they know what their eyes tell them as well. And in this town, it's going to be really hard to get a lot of praise at that position when you only do it against teams that, you could get a C on the test and you're still going to win. However, you're still going to get a great PFF grade, in my opinion, on a lot of those teams. I think a lot of capable quarterbacks. Boise State just had a distinct advantage, probably pound for pound, mound for man, against all those teams. They're bigger, faster, stronger, better. So Maddux is able to easily drive that ship. You're good on that. It's when everything gets a little tougher and size comes into play and the speed of the game. I would hope that we get a different Maddux Madsen this year. I would hope the Memphis game looks wonderful. Exactly what the Oregon game maybe doesn't. And hopefully the Oregon game looks okay. Maddux Madsen will have as much experience as anybody on that field in Autzen, Oregon or Boise State. So hopefully the game is slowed down to the point where he's comfortable like that against any opponent. Boise State needs him to drive the bus, not just be sitting on it like he maybe has in the past when Genty drove the bus. This is Doggy's bus. You got to drive this thing, and they need to win games because of you. You need to be the difference this year. And again, it's tough ask. It's a tough ask. Your best receiver just turned 18. Okay. So not going to be easy.
Yeah, the ICCU YouTube chat, a lot of comments on the receivers, actually. The receivers taking a step forward will be huge. Less drops and creating more separation will make a massive difference. And Johnny, our receivers were also completely blanketed that game. It's not like he was just missing.
Yeah, you got to throw guys open sometimes too. Coaches will say that. Okay. Yeah. A lot of people are covered at this level. We still need to be able to complete passes. And Oregon DBs are fine. Yeah. I mean, was
there any debate, by the way, Johnny, because George Steer 2437 is on the Max Cutforth chain here still. Max will finish the year out and win the Pac-12. He says, I'm going to stand by it. Max it is.
No, Maddux Madsen, guys, he's better at football. At least he has been. He's a better quarterback than Max Cutforth. You don't want to just bring the next guy in. Remember when you brought Cade Finnegan into the game against BYU? Put that tape on the COVID year. Andy Peters had to play that game too. Put that game on. When dudes get into games at that level and they're not ready, they'll blow the whole freaking game up. And that's what you do not want to see. So you don't just throw guys out there. And not that Max Cutforth is that, because he's played and he's a serviceable backup. I love Max Cutforth, but he's not in a position to take Mad Dog's job. Maybe I'll entertain at the end of the year, if things aren't going well and Mad Dog has a little tic-tacky injury, maybe we see Cash Herrera is going to make a start. I would think maybe that type of move, because I think that's the guy everyone's going to be looking at towards the end of the year, BJ, to take a significant step. If it's Max, great. It's Cutforth too. But let's keep this here. Maddux Madsen is the best quarterback on this team right now, and it's not a detriment maybe to Mad Dog, but maybe it's a detriment to your team, guys. He is the best you have.
And two other factors I want to throw into here, one of which is the Zach Hill factor, Johnny. Having a second year of Zach Hill back as quarterbacks coach, and now Zach Hill taking on passing game coordinator, I believe, or co-offensive coordinator, whatever it is, he's going to be more involved. I want to wonder how that's going to play into effect. And also I do have some more numbers here, but I do want to thank, we mentioned the SON Management Group, Johnny, Taco Bell, TacoBellWorks.com, $1 million donation. I shouldn't have to say a word about their food, how amazing their company is, the renovations to their lobbies and their restaurants. Like they just gave $1 million to support Boise State. That should be enough reason as it is. Get out to Taco Bell this weekend and maybe multiple times. So visit a Treasure Valley Taco Bell, return the favor on their $1 million donation. And we really do appreciate the SON Management Group, the Nicolason family. The Blue and Orange Store, theblueandorangestore.com has all kinds of Boise State gear and apparel, the officially licensed gear, that Nike gear, the coaches' sideline apparel, the gear the players are wearing, of course, those customizable jerseys. You can get that at the Blue and Orange Store online, theblueandorangestore.com. Matt Bauscher Real Estate, number one ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley is Matt Bauscher, 252-9877. Check him out at bauscherrealestate.com. We bought and sold our home using Matt and his team. Tremendous customer service. Appreciate them every step of the way. Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. And Signature Roofing online, mysignatureroofing.com. Whether it's a re-roof, a repair to a roof, an inspection, an estimate. They did our new roof for us last summer, and it was a very easy, seamless process, and I can help direct you to Joel and the whole staff there if you want to reach out to me privately, or just tell them you heard about it on BNN, as I tell you to do with all of our great sponsors, and let them know you heard about it on BNN, and we'll make sure they hook you up with a great deal. All right, Johnny, what do you make of the Zach Hill factor and a second year of Zach Hill back working with Madsen? And Zach Hill focused again just on quarterbacks, but also now being more involved in the overall passing game of the offense. Could we see a boost because of that?
Sure. I'm probably more concerned with Nate Potter year 4 or year 2, or more interested in Nate Potter year 2, everything he learned from year 1. And, Zach Hill taking more of responsibility in the passing game. Great. I still think it's just going to come down to Maddux Madsen on 3rd and 7 in the shotgun on a play where you need to move the chains to win the game, finding a way to get the ball out, make the correct read on time, accurately, and they can get the first down. I think it's that simple. And if Zach Hill can help that by having more continuity, an easier offseason for him, maybe you can even say, now that you're in the system another year, there's all this stuff that I didn't even try with you last year because I didn't want to throw the sink at you. Now we're going to throw all this new stuff in. Like Chris Peterson talked about when Joe Southwick became the starter, they had to take all this stuff and move it out because Kellen could run everything on his own and no one else in America could do that. So they had to change the offense up. So for Maddux Madsen, for me, it's just, get to the point where, you're slinging it, dude. You're completing mid 60% of your passes.
Yep.
You stay with the low turnovers. Great. Maybe find a way to be more mobile, a little more Russell Wilson, some Fran Tarkenton, Doug Flutie stuff. Get out of that pocket, whatever means necessary. Some quarterbacks with that size or skill set. Remember your boy Todd Reesing at Kansas?
Yes.
Damn it, he was tough, man. I love that dude. He was never going to go to in the NFL because he's too damn short.
He was 5'9" or 5'10" also,
100%, and he took KU to an Orange Bowl, and he's a legend in Lawrence, Kansas, still hanging out. BJ, you probably got him into your bar when you were the bouncer at that place. Todd Reesing shows up.
That's when I was a student there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wish Maddux Madsen could be like a Todd Reesing. We all know his limitations, but damn it, he's a doggy. He'll run more than maybe he has in the past. He'll say F it. Screw it. Everybody's hated on me as much. I don't even care anymore. I'm going to play loose. I'm going to play free, and I'm going to do whatever it takes. And not that maybe he hasn't. I'm sure he's trying to do this. I'm just trying to paint a picture of the best possible version of Maddux Madsen. What does his career year look like at Boise State? And it's probably some grit, probably some scrappiness, right? Like some Doug Flutie magic. Like, well, what? I'd love to see a little more of that. And he is very important. I will say this: he's probably top 5 kids I've covered on this program. Like, if Maddux Madsen's are really a sharp dude, a good man, a good guy, probably a great husband, a wonderful teammate. I love the dude, man. I wish he was better at quarterback, and I hope I'm wrong, and I hope he is better now, way better, because he's good. He's good. He's probably not where he's going to be the driving force on a team that's going to the CFP, in my opinion.
Now, our ICCU YouTube chat, Johnny, as expected, is very active today with this Maddux Madsen discussion. Arky says the problem with Maddux Madsen isn't his work ethic or his competitiveness, it's his talent ceiling, and that has been reached. We should not expect him to get any better. Is Maddux Madsen who we've seen, Johnny, as he is who he is at this point, or do you think there's any room this offseason for improvement? And one thing I'm going to bring up, a couple of the stats and numbers here, Johnny, that Nathan put together. I don't think this should be a big surprise because of the running game that Boise State has and how much they lean on the running game. But Maddux Madsen over his career, Johnny, has been much better in play action. When they use play action with Maddux Madsen, his numbers are way better. 10.5 yards per attempt, 7 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions, and he's only taken 1 sack. But when you ask him to drop back as a passer, his yards per attempt way less, had 11 touchdowns to 7 interceptions, and took 16 sacks last season when he just dropped back as a normal passer. So he talked about staying ahead of the chains if you want to have any chance against Oregon, and maybe play action is a way to do that. But
that's the difference between 3rd and 3 and 3rd and 7. You can call play action, and I would imagine most quarterbacks' numbers are better in play action. Absolutely. But I would love that. More bootleg rollouts, get him out of the pocket potentially.
Which some people, the naysayers, say they do that because he can't see over the line of scrimmage.
Well, a lot of quarterbacks do that. Look at the whole Shanahan system. It's based off quarterback bootlegs. Jake Plummer used to run it in Denver. He was great at it. You play a lot of that. The Seahawks do that with Sam Darnold a lot. He's not super mobile. I know he's not short, but yes, his athletic ceiling maybe is reached, but the fact that he can't get better at quarterback right now, I will never buy. Quarterback for me is more of a mental exercise than a physical exercise at that level. Yes, you need a certain type of physicality. You do need that. No question. You have to be a really, really good athlete. But more importantly, you need to be able to understand concepts, and you need to be able to process information in like less than 2 freaking seconds. I've had people describe to me just what it's like just from the snap, boom, where you're going to go, what exact reads are, but there's a million things coming. I couldn't even imagine having to play quarterback at that level. It's really, really, really hard. No excuses. You have to find someone that's going to be able to do it at a better level than Madsen has done. This needs to be his best year, and that's not going to be an amazing, oh my gosh, he might have an NFL career year. It's just going to be very efficient, limit the turnovers. Like you said, rely on a really good running game, live off the play action on deep plays, attack like that. What Russell Wilson was really good at, he was a play action guy too. So, but if it doesn't go well, are you ready for another year of doggy talk? Just, man, it's like after every win, there's people who defend Mad Dog. After every loss, there's people that destroy Mad Dog.
Oh, there will be on your post-game show after the Oregon game, our post-game show, there will already be people calling for Cash Herrera,
100%.
calling for Maddux Madsen or calling for Cutforth after one game next year. You know it's coming.
100%. Yeah.
Because unfortunately,
people are
Johnny,
want Cash at halftime. They'll be down 24-3 at halftime.
Yep.
And BJ Rains and KTIK Twitter is going to say, okay, do we just put Cash in now? The season's over anyway. It'll be some of that. Yeah.
Unfortunately, because we know how, based on his track record in the quote-unquote big games, Johnny, unfortunately, we know how it's probably going to go. Here's one more stat for you, Johnny. Tell me if this is just a weird stat or if you buy into this at all. This is in Nathan's article here. He said one of Madsen's more glaring issues last season was his inability to push the ball outside the numbers. When he was targeted players between the numbers, Madsen completed 69% of his passes for 9.4 yards per attempt, 17 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. So when he's throwing the ball in the middle of the field, a ton of success. When he would go outside the numbers, completion percentage dropped again from 69% inside to 47% outside the numbers, only 1 touchdown, and he gained only 5.7 yards per attempt as opposed to 9.4, 4 interceptions outside the numbers. Is that limited arm talent, poor receiver talent on the perimeter, the ankle injury combination, all three. But for whatever reason, the numbers say Madsen much better middle of the field, not the outside of the field. What do you make of that, if anything?
I would like to see where that ranks with other quarterbacks on the same situation. It feels to me like it might be easier to operate. Certainly, I mean, and he had good tight ends. A lot of that's Matt Lauder, good for him, and he was a great receiver on that Fiesta Bowl team. But no, he hasn't been good outside the numbers, man. I think it's a little of those. He does not have a rocket. He does not have great vision. I've heard receivers say, like, I can't see him when I run routes. I just see all of a sudden the ball just pops out there. And it's not, it's different. It's not like I can't do it, but it's weird with him, where some quarterbacks, when you're running your route and you kind of look back, you can see him. And I've heard receivers say with him, you just kind of look up, wait for that ball to come out because you can't. But maybe it is. Have they not had an NFL receiver, or have they not had an NFL receiver because they haven't had the right quarterback or passing game? I mean, if you talk to the receivers here, the ex-receivers, they'll tell you, yeah, it's because, we were good enough. We just, we didn't have the quarterback play. And then people will say, no, the receivers weren't good enough. They weren't getting open. They haven't had a great receiver since Khalil Shakir here. So a little bit of everything, I think, but I don't know. I mean, what they're going to do outside the numbers this year. That's another really good question. I mean, does Rashawn Jones, does Darren Morris help there? Maybe even Nitro. So they would probably use him more in the slot. BJ, I don't know.
Yeah. A lot of comments in the chat. Maddux Madsen, a polarizing figures we talked about. I do want to thank Element Fencing real quick. ElementFencing.com, 631-2790. Family-owned company. Brady and his staff, 25-plus years in the fencing business. If you're looking for a repair to your fence, a completely new fence, they can do decks, pergolas. Check them out, elementfencing.com, or reach out to me. I can help connect you directly. But let them know you heard about it on BNN. All your fencing needs, now's the time. elementfencing.com. Ridley's Family Markets went out to that Star location over the last weekend, and had a tremendous experience out there. The spicy guacamole was some of the best I've had out of their refrigerator there. So Ridley's Family Markets, check them out, shopridleys.com. And we appreciate their support of Bronco Nation News. Visit a Treasure Valley or state of Idaho or surrounding states, Ridley's Family Market today. And if you have a painting project, rowpaint.com is ready to help you out. Interior, exterior painting, maybe those concrete coatings as well. All your painting needs, make sure you hit up rowpaint.com. They've been with us since day one, folks. Help them out, rowpaint.com. They're ready to help you out with all your painting needs. All right, Johnny. So somebody in here said they'll be calling for Herrera in the first quarter of that game.
And that won't be fun for Cash Herrera. You guys don't want to see that.
Well, they told us in the spring, Johnny, the arm talent is obviously there. You watch him throw a ball at practice. There's no defense. You're just doing the drill. We're just, the route the receiver's running, and it's just, no defense. You'll watch all these guys throw, and he has the best arm of the group. It's not
it's
really
it's not way ahead of Madsen, but you're right. He's got a really strong
we talked
arm.
to scouts, people at practice. They were just like, who's number 10? Wow, he throws a nice ball.
Yep.
But then you talk to Zach Hill and some of the coaches, and there's a lot more to it than just how pretty and how deep of a spiral do you throw. There's a lot more to playing quarterback at the Division I level, Johnny. I mean, it's not just, it's the easy thing to say, but like the experience in the 3 years that Maddux Madsen has started, like that should count for something in all of this. And like, it's not as easy as just, look how pretty his ball is. Like there's a lot more to being quarterback in Boise State's offense. And I think that's the area we've heard from from Zach Hill and some of the others where Maddux Madsen, that's why he's clearly the guy, is in part is the mental side.
I'll go back to a spring practice. I saw Cash Herrera make an incredible throw. He split two defenders on it. I was really impressed by this throw, guys. And so much to the point where I went over to Dirk Cutter at practice and I said, dude, coach, did you see that throw that Cash had over there? And he looked at me and said, yeah. Did you see the interception he threw? Did you see on the interception? Did you see him not even attempt to go after and tackle the guy who picked it off running down the sidelines for a touchdown? You see that one too? And I said, yeah, and he kind of put it into perspective, and then he's like, well, what's the bigger play? What's the bigger impact in the game? I said, the pick six. Yeah, the pick six. So exactly. I always go back to that brief conversation I had with Dirk Cutter on that, and he was spot on with it because he did throw a pick six, and it was a dumb play, I guess you could say. It's a little Brett Favre, right? No more rocket balls, please. I get it. You have the strongest arm we've ever seen, and you can thread needles that no one else on the planet can. That doesn't mean we want you to do it, though, dude. And it was one of those things, I think. But I always go back. To that conversation I had with Dirk at practice. He put it in an excellent perspective for me where, what was the bigger play? What matters more? The pick six or just a throw on 2nd and 10 on a rollout where he threads the ball between two players? It's the pick six.
And I've seen this too, but like Tater Tom, you're just flat out wrong. Like he says, we only know there's one true freshman quarterback that can play in Autzen Stadium. It's not Kellen Moore. He redshirted. Kellen Moore redshirted for a year.
Yep, wasn't a true freshman.
If that's the case, Cash Herrera redshirts Johnny and is ready to go and take over the reins maybe next year from now.
He can still play 4 games too and redshirt. So yeah. I mean,
even Brett Rippon, Johnny, as a true freshman, that was 3-4 games in, and there was an injury to Ryan Finley that kind of led to that. And so it's not as easy as some people make it out to be. But
no, they just want to throw you out there and see what you can do. Like despite everything that goes into going into a game, the practice, the work, the studying, the game planning. Let's just go play. And they can't do that.
All right, Johnny. Maddux Madsen, number 1 player on our list of the
Let's go, doggy.
Most important players in 2026. For better or for worse, it's Maddux Madsen. USA Soccer today, Johnny.
Yes.
Coming up 1 o'clock. Got golf on. And appreciate everybody for checking us out. I got 15 minutes till my kid's baseball game starts here. What do we got, Johnny?
7th grade, maybe? I don't know. It's on my desk. Somebody in my house threw that my way when they just saw me. So I'll put it on here.
We got we're gonna wrap up the show, Johnny. I got to get up to Settlers Park for my kids' game. Appreciate you guys, Johnny. Thanks for doing this, and happy Father's Day to all the Father's Day. Hope you have a good weekend, all the fathers out there. Hope you enjoy, get some family time, yeah, it's always a fun weekend. U.S. Open and Father's Day, and for me, I'll be exactly where I want to be, watching my kids play baseball. So, Johnny, appreciate you, and go
Man,
USA.
your kid can hit, dude. Your kid,
both of them
man.
can. Both
I
of them
keep
can.
seeing. Okay, you're right. Both of them can. Your oldest is a home run machine, dude. He's like knocking them over the fence now. Seriously, your two kids have accomplished more in sports at this age
than I ever
no
did.
Disrespect than you ever did.
No,
even going through college, your kids are already more accomplished. Good for them, man. Good for them.
Well, it's pretty fun to watch, man. I'm always gonna brag about my kids, and I appreciate it. But thank you, Johnny. Appreciate you. Hope everybody has a great weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday. And we got a new series getting ready to kick off. That was it, Johnny. 5 weeks. We filled 5 weeks talking about the players. We're going to transition into some bigger storylines and topics, and we'll do that starting next week. So appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Go subscribe, BroncoNationNews.com. Go support all of our sponsors, our major sponsors, including Taco Bell. Another shout out to the SON Management Group. Appreciate them for their support. Lithia Ford, our title sponsor. Go get a Sun Cruiser. And ICCU, all of our big-time sponsors, Jackson's, appreciate them for their support. You can subscribe at BroncoNationNews.com. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. We'll talk to you on Monday. Bronco Nation News Live, BroncoNationNews.com.